Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Ellison. In class, we've been talking about comparing objects of different lengths using terms such as short, shorter, shortest. So the book I chose for you today is a comparing book called Biggest, Strongest, Fastest by Steve Jenkins. This video is read out loud with permission from Scholastic. Biggest, strongest, fastest. Animals live all around us. They crawl, walk, run, hop, swim, and fly. Some animals are too small to see without a microscope. Others, like the blue whale, are bigger than a house. There are animals that move as fast as a car and animals that would need half an hour to cross a room. Here are some of the biggest and smallest, fastest and slowest, strongest and longest animals. They are the record holders of the animal world. Looking at this illustration, what is your prediction? What do you think is going to be on the next page? Let's see if you're right. The African elephant is the biggest land animal. The largest elephant ever measured was more than 13 feet tall and weighed 22,000 pounds. An African elephant eats over 300 pounds of grass or leaves every day. So compared to a man, here is an elephant. The strongest animal for its size is the ant. An ant can carry 5 times its own weight. A strong man can carry something that weighs about as much as he does. The tallest animal is the giraffe. Male giraffes grow as tall as 19 feet. The females are a little shorter. With their great height and long, flexible necks, giraffes can eat leaves that other grazing animals cannot reach. The blue whale is the biggest animal that has ever lived. Look, he was too big for that page. A blue whale can grow to be 110 feet long and weigh over 168 tons, as much as 20 elephants. Even the biggest dinosaur was smaller than a blue whale. Can you even see the little man right there compared to the big whale? The Etruscan shrew is the world's smallest mammal. It could sleep in a teaspoon. From the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, this shrew is only 2.5 inches long. It weighs about as much as a ping pong ball. How my hand compared. The smallest bird is the bee hummingbird. The bee hummingbird is an acrobatic flyer that is only 3 inches long. It weighs 1/30th of an ounce, less than a dime. Ask your parents to find a dime at home and see how much it weighs. The sun jellyfish is the world's longest animal. Sun jellyfish have tentacles over 200 feet long. They drag these poisonous filaments through the water to stun fish, which they then catch and eat. Look how long. Which one's longer? The man or the jellyfish? The jellyfish, right? It's the longest. The largest kind of spider is the bird spider. The bird spider measures almost a foot across and has a very poisonous bite. It spins a very strong web to trap the birds and large insects it eats. It's about the same size as a hand. It's a big spider. The cheetah can run faster than any other animal. A cheetah can reach speeds of over 60 miles an hour, but only for a few hundred feet. When it chases another fast animal, such as an antelope, the cheetah must catch it quickly. So it can't run for a very long time, but it can run very fast. The electric eel gives the strongest shock of any animal. An electric eel can give a shock of up to 650 volts, over 5 times the voltage needed to light a standard household light bulb. That is enough electricity to give a serious shock to a horse or other large animals. So instead of comparing it to a person, we're talking about voltage, so they're comparing it to light bulbs. So an eel equals 5 light bulbs. The land snail is one of the slowest animals. Some snails can move only 8 inches in a minute. Remember, a minute is counting to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 60. At that speed, the snail would need 5.5 days to travel 1 mile. Fortunately, the snail, with its hard shell, does not need to run away from danger. There are many kinds of snakes, but the anaconda is the biggest. Anacondas can grow to be over 25 feet long and weigh 400 pounds. They wait in trees and drop onto their prey. A hungry anaconda can swallow a whole deer or goat. Do you see the head of the anaconda? He's so long he can't fit on the whole page. The flea is very small, but it's the world's best jumper. The flea is only 1/16 of an inch tall, but it can jump 8 inches into the air. That is about 130 times its own height. If a 5.5-foot tall woman could jump, as well as a flea, she could leap to the top of a 65-story building. And we know we can't do that. That's why the flea is the world's best jumper. You might not be able to even see it, how small it is. The Galapagos tortoise lives longer than any other animal. Galapagos tortoises can live to be over 150 years old, about twice as long as the average person can expect to live. So we're not talking about size now, we're talking about age, so that's why there's 2 people. The end. The last page is an overview of all the things that we have already read with all the facts. Talks about each of the animals, such as the African elephant, what their record was, the size, the diets that they eat, and their range. Range is where they live. Where can you find them? The end. Thank you for staying and listening to this story. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a wonderful day. Bye.